Hello, hello, hello,
Zucker.
and welcome to episode 36 of Short, Fat, and Balding, a podcast by Armchair Quarterbacks for Armchair Quarterbacks. I am Travis, one of three hosts who will navigate you through some sports debate for the next hour or so. We also have James.
I think you owe me an apology.
This is not the time for that. It'll happen.
Fuck you.
And we have Nico.
I ain't apologizing for shit.
All right, there you have it. All right, so we are going to preview the Stanley Cup Final today. We're going to talk about the Yankees being on an all-time tear, and then we're also going to talk about Jettas getting that fucking bag and how he probably reset the wide receiver market. So yeah, all that and so very much more on this week's episode of Short, Fat, and Motherfucking Balding. Gentlemen, well, let's rip the Band-Aid off. Let's get hockey out of the way.
Thank
R.I.P.
God.
R.I.P. the New York Rangers.
R.I.P. our hopes and dreams.
R.I.P. our hopes and dreams. Buy out Jacob Trouba, and that's my soapbox.
Please, for the love of God.
That's my
I wouldn't even
soapbox.
buy him out. Just tell him to get fucking lost.
That's called a buyout in the real world, James.
Yeah. Send him down to fucking AAA.
He doesn't have a two-way contract.
Cut his brake lines.
I mean, I don't even know if he drives. He's in New York.
You
Anyways,
think he's got a penalty box in his house?
he
He
should.
just goes and sits in it. He's like, I fucking love this room.
He should.
What a fucking schmuck.
Maybe he has a fake broken ankle he stares at every day.
Honestly, it's not just on Trouba, but
I mean, he was on the ice for 8 of the total goals for the series, and there wasn't that fucking many. Anyways,
that's fair.
Stanley Cup Final is set. We have the Florida Panthers with the fakest fans in the entire fucking world, in the fakest location in the entire fucking world, in the fakest state in the entire fucking world, versus North America's hero, Connor McDavid, and the Edmonton Oilers. So, I'm not biased. I'm going to give my unbiased opinion on what's going to happen in the Stanley Cup Final.
Clearly, you are cheering for the Panthers.
You know it. Go Carolina.
Yeah, I figured that was what was happening. Wait, it's Florida.
You didn't get the joke, did you?
You said the Panthers.
No.
You didn't
Yeah.
specify.
Yeah, my bad. I'm dumb on that one.
Go Bryce Young.
Yeah. And I just want to say this real quick.
Get it off your chest.
I'm still not over Tony D'Angelo. I hope that dude gets herpes.
Yeah, he's a fucking joke, but he doesn't even like.
Such a scumbag.
The only reason he got called up is the only reason he was playing those games because that fucking one dude got hurt. He's not even a regular in the fucking show, so fuck him.
Yeah, fuck him and the pony you rode in on. But anyways, yeah, I think it's just go Oilers at this point.
Right.
Fuck T'Chuk. Fuck all of them.
Yep.
Can you name another one?
Yes, I can.
Sam Bennett.
No, I know who Sam Bennett is. That seemed like an easiest one. I was gonna go with the little bitch that got elbowed in the face and cried about it. Martinez?
Isn't it?
Rodriguez?
I was gonna say, isn't it
Rodriguez.
Fucking James just plucked a Hispanic name out of his ass. He was like, I know it's something like that. He didn't even go with Carter Verhaeghe or fucking
Carter Verhaeghe or Sam Reinhart or
fucking
H.U.
Vladimir
Sarainen
Tarasenko or Nico Mikkola or
yeah.
I said what I said, bitch. Martinez. Fuck you.
Sergei Bobrovsky.
My dad.
Either way, I do genuinely think that the Edmonton Oilers are going to win the Stanley Cup in 6.
Yep.
I hope they do it in 4.
But they still have Florida favored to win in 5.
I mean, that's fine. In theory, Florida's defense is like whatever, but I genuinely do not think that defense is capable. I don't think that Florida's going to stay out of the box like they did against us for some fucking magical reason. And I don't know if you've seen the clip that the Edmonton Oilers power play scores on, but it's pretty fucking. It's basically automatic.
Yeah, it's astronomical.
I think it's like close to 50% in the postseason. It's ridiculous. And then
That's gross.
On top of that, as good as Barkov has been, he's not shutting down Leon Draisaitl. It's not happening. I mean, Edmonton has the best and the second best player in the world on one line. So yeah. I don't think, because like it's basically what the Rangers tried to do, where they were opportunistic and they tried to just like let the Florida onslaught come, bend don't break. I don't know if either of you watched that Game 6 for Dallas and Edmonton. Edmonton didn't even have 10 shots on goal, and they won the game 2-1. They don't miss.
Wait. What?
Edmonton got outshot in that game 33-9.
What?
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
Yeah. That's what I mean. So it's literally, if as much as I was saying that the Panthers were a worst case matchup for the Rangers, the Oilers have to be a worst case matchup for the Panthers because their entire MO doesn't fucking matter.
Have 10 shots.
Oh, okay. All right. So then 10. I must have missed one at the very end.
Yeah, it was. You were one off on each side. It was 34-10.
Ah, damn. But either way, and so that what Florida leans into doesn't matter because Edmonton can. You just saw it. Edmonton can get 10 shots on goal and put 2 of them in the fucking net. And that's against Jake Ottinger, who's fucking worlds better than Sergei Bobrovsky is.
Yeah.
So.
Hello?
Concur.
Crisis averted.
He goes, I concur. Thank you for your concurrence, Judge.
Ooh, hold on. Let me use my Ebonics. Oh. No notes.
Thank you. You know what? It's not even worth my time. I'm just gonna eat my fucking chicken nuggets. Anyway, so yeah. So I got Edmonton in 6. I don't know what you guys have. You go ahead and say it. Call it now.
Yeah, I have Edmonton in 7.
Edmonton in 2.
And 2.
You're fucking God. I fucking hate you.
Yeah.
Edmonton goes down to Florida, beats them so bad that the fans burn the arena down. Ends the franchise. Edmonton in 2.
Players go on strike. Season over.
Okay, moving off of hockey. That was a quick little tidbit. It was a little 8-minute. Get it off your chest. We'll discuss more about McJesus as he does McJesus things, because I'm sure it'll be on national television, some of the shit that he does. Which I think it's also, side note, I'm going to say one last thing. I think it's good for the sport of hockey to have him in the final. That's my last little bit.
Yes.
Moving on, the New York Yankees. Are you guys aware that they are the best team in baseball right now, and that's not an opinion?
Yes.
Yes. I've been saying that every year, but no one listens to me.
Well, I don't know how many times over those periods that they've had the best record in baseball lined up with you saying that.
Approximately 0.
Okay. So this is what I mean. You can't just say shit.
No notes. Well, it's a podcast. It's literally what we're here to do is say shit.
Yeah, but you have to say shit with some chutzpah, like the reason why.
No notes, because you're correct.
I'm going to actually fucking mute you.
Please do.
Seems a little aggressive for no reason, but okay.
For no reason? You've said no notes 38 times.
No notes. 39.
Yep, you're muted.
I object.
Please tell me you actually did.
Look it next to his name.
Love that.
Server mute. That means he, no matter what, no, I have to bring it back. Just know, I am the administrator of this Discord, okay? You will respect my authority. All
right, I will. No notes.
Done. Boot him. Kick him. Fucking limit his access. Fuck him.
I'm actually going to put up a poll that asks if people want you to continue to be a host of this podcast or not.
They do.
And I'm going to restrict the voting to me and Nico. So...
Seems unfair.
It is.
Yeah. All right. What were you saying? Yankees are the best team in baseball? Yeah.
Correct.
And it's not close.
It's not even close. So do you guys want to hear some fun Yankee stats that are going to actually make you fucking want to throw up?
Yeah. I would love to.
Okay. So their on-base percentage this year. You know what? I'm going to actually play a little game with you. Why don't you guess what their on-base percentage is for the year?
You want like exact numbers? Or are we going closest? What are we doing here?
I'll give you closest. Obviously I'll give you the exact number, but whoever, we can just play the game.
457.
I was gonna say like 434.
Well, you guys are way off. It's 335.
Oh,
and they're the best. They're the best team in the majors by 15 points. So,
oh boy,
their ERA on the year.
ERA
2.35
overall.
Yeah, the whole team ERA.
Isn't it something in like the high, like mid to high twos, 2.7,
2.75. Best ERA in baseball.
By quite a bit, if I'm not mistaken.
By basically almost a whole point. It's like 3.5 something is the next best one. This is the craziest stat that I've. Well, actually, the next two stats are the craziest one. You don't have to guess these ones. So over the last 16 games, the New York Yankees rotation has a 1.76 ERA.
Okay, because I saw the stat a few games ago, and it was a 0.78.
Yeah. So it's 1.76, and all the starts are at least 5 innings. It's the lowest ERA over a 16-game period where every starter went 5 innings since 1920. They're also on the longest 5-inning starter streak in MLB history, as in they've had the most games in a row where a starter went at least 5 innings.
And you can add another one tonight because Heel just went 6.
Yeah, I was going to say Heel just went 6.
So, and I would like to remind all of our listeners that is without the American League Cy Young winner in their rotation.
That is the best pitcher in baseball at the moment with a 1.82 ERA as we speak.
Garrett Cole? Or Heel?
No.
Heel, right?
Luis Heel.
Yeah,
he has a 1.82 ERA as we speak right now.
He's going to start
entered today with a 1.99.
Yeah, he's going to start for the American League in the All-Star game. It's a no-brainer.
If he doesn't, we're rioting.
Yeah.
Where's the All-Star game this year?
I think Toronto.
Who is Cole going to replace?
What's the rotation?
I can find out for you. Give me one second.
It's Cortez, Rodon.
Well, neither of those two. Probably Schmidt.
I would say
Schmidt. Even Schmidt's been pitching really good too.
Yeah, Cortez is our worst pitcher ERA wise.
So the starters are Nestor Cortez, Luis Gil, Carlos Rodon, Marcus Stroman.
Oh yeah, I forgot we had him too.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yo, Nico, you want to hear something funny that's probably going to make you laugh?
Have at it.
Guess where Marcus Stroman is from? You're never going to guess it. It's a place that you and I would know very well. Medford, New York.
Medford? No.
Yeah. Medford, New York,
No.
baby. There's 12 of those in Medford.
We got 36 more coming in next week.
That got me through COVID. Yeah, so I guess maybe Stroman.
Now, as it stands,
No.
it would be
Clark Schmidt's on the 15-day IL.
Yeah, so they're just doing that battery that they did a couple years ago, where they just fucking start a relief pitcher, and hopefully he goes 4 innings.
Right.
Well, at the rate they're going, hope he goes 5. I mean,
They're not starting pitchers though, so like.
Oh, so it doesn't count towards stat. Got it. This could be a juggernaut matchup.
This
Braves,
weekend?
Yankees.
Oh, I was like, this weekend is Dodgers.
No, it's not. To the end of June. Fuck the Dodgers. Fuck the Astros.
Everybody's in town for the Dodgers game. The Astros suck.
Yeah, they're bad.
Yeah, they're like
Yeah.
Where are they right
It makes
now?
me like super happy.
The Astros are 27-34, 7 games out of the AL West. They are 4-6 in their last 10, and they have a run differential of -4. They're trash cans.
Pun intended.
Yes.
Perfect.
My God, you're dull.
Shout out to the Chicago White Sox. -138 run differential. They've lost 11 straight games.
Send help.
They're already 24.5 games out of their division.
Let's see here, real quick. I just want to see what their ERA is as a team. It's a 4.85.
Nice.
That's not horrible though, considering they're on what 11-game lose streak and they're minus
Their ERA
130
leader
runs.
is a 3.12.
That's not good. Are they scoring runs at all?
What
No.
part of they have a -138 run differential do you not understand?
The closest team to them is like 89. -89, I should say.
They're the only
You-
team that I can
You
see
can
that's
give up 20 runs and still score 7 and still be fucking 13 in the hole.
they've almost scored as many runs themselves as the Yankees have given up. They're 20 off of that.
Well, they're currently winning 5-0 against the Cubs.
Yeah, but the Cubs are 29-31. They're another dumpster fire. The whole NL Central's a dumpster fire. Honestly, it's got to be pissing the Yankees off to be 42-19 and have their division be as close as it is.
I mean, the closest to them is Baltimore.
But
And
that's
they're
only
2.5 games
that's
up.
2.5 games back. Their competitor, the Philadelphia Phillies, is 7 games ahead in their division.
Yeah, but Baltimore's a good team.
Right, that's what I'm saying. But the New York
That
Yankees are having
competition level's got to be fucking annoying.
right.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the Rangers this year. You know, they had like the record best season that the regular season that the franchise ever had. And the Hurricanes were always nipping at their fucking heels. You never could breathe. Couldn't even really enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but still,
I will-
fuck D'Angelo.
I will say the Orioles' pitching isn't as good as ours. There's 30 run differential basically and runs scored. I say ours. It's not good podcasting, dude. Can't be biased. Just kidding.
Don't they have the best bullpen in the league too?
The Yankees or the Orioles?
Yankees.
Yeah, the Yankees. I'm pretty sure the Yankees have the best pitching in the league and probably one of the best offenses statistically.
You know what though? When's the last time since you've been a Yankee? Well, okay, so since you can walk,
Yeah.
when was the last time the Yankees had the best pitching fucking rotation?
Probably.
Clemens, Moose, Pettit.
I was gonna say early 2000s. I
Yeah,
don't.
that's the
Well, I
last
don't
one.
know that 2009 rotation with Pettit, CC, and was
Oh,
it the Japanese guy?
oh. Yes, Tanaka.
Yeah,
No. Was it?
I'm gonna look it up.
Masahiro Tanaka.
I'm gonna look it up right now. Shelly Duncan, shout out.
Kelly Duncan, shout out. That's a name I haven't heard in 10
Yeah.
years.
I heard it last year. He's the AAA head coach.
Okay. All right. So pitchers. CC. Oh, Ching Ming Wang.
Oh, yeah. I forgot he was still around.
That's mad racist to me, dude. I was like, yeah, I know he's Asian.
Wasn't
Wasn't
Tanaka?
Shin Wang like. Tanaka was Japanese, but wasn't Shin Wang like not?
I think he was.
Was
he
he
was either
Korean?
with the last name like Wong. Are you kidding me?
Hold on.
Ching Ming Wang, guys. He was either Chinese or Taiwanese.
He is Taiwanese.
There you go.
Which is pretty much China soon.
Nope, it's
Anyways,
still Taiwan.
Yeah, if you paid attention to current events.
So yeah, you had Ching Ming Wang, you had CC Sabathia. I'm pretty sure they went, and it wasn't even Pettit. Oh yeah, he's there. AJ Burnett was on that.
He used to get me pissed off though because he could go out and throw 5 games, throwing 7 innings, and allow like 3 hits over the course of those games and no runs, and then he'll come back and throw a game where he pitches an inning and lets up 10.
Who, AJ Burnett?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you
was
remember,
not consistent.
they only did a 3-man rotation for the postseason.
Yeah.
So, but that answers the question. It was not as dominant of an overall pitching staff as we have right now. Mariano Rivera, man. God, I'd sell my soul to have somebody that dominant. I mean, I guess Holmes is pretty close. Not as dominant as Mo was in terms of being automatic, but this year he's pretty much shut everything down.
Yeah, but Mo, if you got to the 8th inning and you were up, it was game over.
Yeah.
Especially in the playoffs. More men have walked on the moon than scored a run against fucking Mo in the playoffs, which is wild.
Yeah.
It'd be one thing if he, had like 2 or 3 years when he was in the playoffs, but he was in the playoffs every year.
Yeah. I think was it every single year, or was it the
I think he missed like 2 out of. I think he had like 17 seasons where he made the postseason. And how many rings did he have?
Well, I he had.
Same as Jeets, right? So 5.
Yeah, I think he might have been a year behind Jeets. It's either 5.
Yeah.
It's either 5 or 4.
I'm pretty sure it's 5.
Because it'd be.
So that's 5 postseasons where he pitched every game they were up.
Yeah.
So you're probably talking 15 game minimum.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just a wild. I don't think we'll ever see that again.
So from the time he came into the league, the only season, and a singular season, that he didn't make the postseason
was his last, right?
Okay, yes. So the two seasons then, 2008, which is ironic because the next year they won it all, and then 2013.
And he pitched how many seasons?
He would have pitched.
I think he pitched
17.
20.
So 15 years of postseason.
Yeah, 15 years of postseason baseball.
It's wild.
And this assuming he came in at 96.
I thought he came in
It's either 96 or 97.
I thought it was 95. Same year as Jeter.
Jeter didn't like come up in 95. He just like
He was up
Yes,
in
he did.
'96.
yeah,
No, he started in
No,
because
'96.
Jeter got
he made his
rookie.
debut in
And he made his debut in
95.
95, but Jeter's like rookie of the year was 96. And I think Mo came up that year. I don't think Mo came up because Jeter only came up because the dude was hurt. I mean, we have all the internet.
He played 19 seasons from 95 to 2013. The 13-14 year was his last season.
Right. Well, we said that. And
Right,
baseball
but
doesn't have concurrent years.
His major league debut was May 23rd, 1995, so a month into the season.
Oh, wow. All right. Well, there you go then.
5-time champion, 96, 8, 9, 2000, and 09.
Did you say 19 seasons?
Yes.
That math doesn't math.
The 95 season,
To the 20.
95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 2000, 01, 02, 03, 04, 05, 06, 07, 08, 09, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's 19.
Doesn't. I mean, I hear you, and I understand. It's just like if you took 2013 and divided it by 1995, you would get 18.
You would get
subtract
a
it, not
very
divide it.
small number, actually.
What?
You said divided.
Did I say divide? I
You did
meant
say divide.
subtract. Whoops.
I also 2 weeks ago when we were talking about Angel Hernandez, you referred to him as Aaron Hernandez.
Yeah, I know. It's just hilarious.
I heard that and beat a little bit. I was like, Jesus.
I got called out on it.
By who?
Didn't
Government.
Nico say
First
something to
one.
me?
I did.
Yeah.
Oh, did you?
I thought he
I don't
was.
think
I
so.
thought he was like you just said Aaron Hernandez, and we giggled about it.
Oh, probably. I don't really pay attention when you text. I just throw him an LOL sometimes.
What?
What?
Never mind.
Okay.
Okay. So, anyways, going into the All-Star break, which is it? What's 5 weeks away? Is it the second week of July? It usually is.
Usually, yeah.
Yeah. Shortly after the 4th.
I'll tell you. Hold on.
By the way, this year's is in fucking Texas.
Let's see. When's the big break in the season?
It's July 12th through, or the Tuesday, July 16th is the Midsummer Classic. So it'd be the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So the 15th, 16th, 17th, Monday being my favorite event, the Home Run Derby.
I'm on vacation that week.
The 16th being the game, and then the 17th being the Futures game. I think
Home
I
Run
would.
Derby, a celebrity softball game.
I would absolutely love to go to a Home Run Derby.
I would too.
I think that would be so much fun. Because like the All-Star game kind of bores me. I don't care, like it's. I also think and this is going not really off the rails, but like it's just going towards shit that most people, better casual fans probably don't even know. But the fact that the All-Star game determines who gets home field in the World Series is stupid as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that they wanted to like have a reason for people to play in it and give them a reason for it to matter, but like it doesn't have to. It's the only show in town. People watch the All-Star game because it's the dog days of summer and there's nothing fucking else on. You don't need to make a reason to watch it. It's like people, your quintessential milestones in summer are like July 4th, the All-Star game, and then preseason, the Hall of Fame game. Like those are your milestones. You're like, okay, early summer, July 4th, cranking through All-Star game, then usually the Hall of Fame game, you're like, all right, we're getting toward the end here. So I don't know. I just think it's dumb because like you get a situation like where a vastly inferior team could potentially have home field for a World Series. Like what's the point? Why are you dogging it out for first place in your league if it doesn't matter when all the chips are on the table?
I mean, yeah, but I think it should just go to the best record.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I mean, there's no. I mean, I get making it worth something.
Oh, never mind. I'm bitching about nothing. That stopped in 2017.
Oh, did it?
Yeah. So, uh,
Oh,
I'm a fucking idiot. I'm sure there was people yelling at their fucking radio telling me to shut the fuck up.
probably.
Yeah, since 2017. I mean, that is 7 years that I've just been over here mad for no reason.
Yo, Trevino legged that out. Oh shit.
Yeah. That instead the advantage is reserved for the pennant winning team with the better regular season record. What the fuck?
I like that. That's how it should be. Should have been. I mean, I think it'd be cool to have him do a neutral site too,
Do you want to hear
like the
something
NFL does.
absolutely bananas? For the
What's that?
for the first 98 years of the World Series, home field advantage just rotated.
Huh?
Yeah, rotated between the AL and NL depending on whether it was an odd or even year.
No.
No shit.
Yeah,
That's garbage.
that's almost worse.
Yeah. Fuck that.
And also, you can't really have a 7-game series at a neutral site. Like the Super Bowl works
Why?
because it's the Super Bowl.
That's fair.
It's one game, one shot, one opportunity. You know?
To seize everything you've never wanted.
Yeah.
You ever wanted.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
We got it.
I didn't know the lyrics to. Yeah, I appreciate that. The adults are
You're welcome.
talking.
Shut the
Outside of playoff hockey, I don't think there's much that beats fall baseball.
No, I would agree. So like that's the one thing like I talk about this all the time. And like obviously the overall best playoffs is hockey. And it kind of pisses me off because the reason it's the best overall playoffs is because for whatever reason the fucking rules go out the window. I don't know. It's two different fucking games. If you look at the calls they make in the regular season versus the calls they make in the postseason, it is two different fucking games of hockey. But whatever, I'll save that for another fucking time. I do love it. It's just you got to build your team around it, which sucks because I think that's why there's a President's Trophy curse because it doesn't really fucking matter if you dominate in the regular season. Anyways, the one thing like I honestly think I think basketball playoffs are boring. I mean, it's really fucking stupid to like look up and out of a 7-game series, you had 1 or 2 games that were within like 10 points of each other, and the rest of them were all 30-point blowouts. That's fucking dumb.
Yeah.
But like when it comes to best postseasons, number 1 hockey. I think 2A, 2B is baseball because of there's so much like stigma around it. Like you get the crisp in the air. It like off. It's like the beginning of fall. You're like fuck yeah, we're in the postseason, baby. There's just and nothing builds up tension like baseball does, if you know what I'm trying to say. Like hockey has that where like you're on the edge of your seat the whole fucking game. Baseball, you can kind of like just build into it, and then you're in that bottom of the 8th, down by 1, fucking runner on second, 1 out, dude's up in the hole at bat. You're like, please, and the fucking crowd goes nuts on a Corn Ferry fucking fly out. And yes, Nico, I know what the Corn Ferry tour is. Fly out to
I know
fucking
you do.
to left field because you don't know. You're so on edge that you think a fly ball and it sounds nice. You're like, yeah. And then the center fielder literally just fucking puts his arms out immediately. He didn't have to move. Just an easy fly ball, but you're ready for it. Like that is something so unique. And then obviously 1B would be the March Madness. Like that tournament is just so fucking awesome. But I don't think the NFL playoffs are that exciting, if I'm being perfectly frank with you. We have the Super Bowl, and that's awesome. But I think for like a casual fan, somebody who's not invested in the game or in the games, like if they have their teams wiped out, like I don't think they give much of a shit. Like the last NFL playoff game that wasn't my team that I can vividly remember, and I'm pretty sure everybody is the same way, is that Bills fucking Chiefs game. Like that's it.
Yeah. Yeah, but that postseason was filled with great games.
Right, but we don't get that enough, and then it's part of the one and done. I bet you if they had series, it'd be fucking crazy. But football can't do that.
Yeah.
And that makes it unique in its own right, but there's also very rarely like true upsets, unless you consider the Cowboys an upset because they always, are top 3 in the National League or National NFC. And then they fucking get bounced in the first round by some fucking scrub wildcard team.
But the only upset involving Cowboys fans is after the game. Like, the fans are just upset. That's it.
Right.
Nothing more to it than that.
Right. We're all expecting it.
Yeah. We're like, oh, Cowboys are going to be one and done. And then their fans are like, we them boys. And then 3 hours later, they're just crickets.
Has anybody been keeping tabs? Is it their year again this year?
Oh, yeah. Every year is their year. Just it keeps going until eventually it'll never be their year and this sect of fans dies.
Let's see what
and then it'll be a new sect. They'll have something stupid to say.
Let's see what
I'm just happy I don't have to hear we them boys anymore because that was fucking stupid.
Do you guys know who the hands down odds on favorite to win the Super Bowl is this year?
Chiefs.
Wrong.
Really?
It is the
Eagles.
It is the San Francisco 49ers.
Oh shit!
And then the next
the
next NFC team is the Philadelphia Eagles. Mind you, this is going to put into perspective the gap. The San Francisco 49ers are plus 550. The Philadelphia Eagles are plus 1400. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teams in between the Eagles and Niners. And I actually lied to you. I didn't realize the Detroit Lions are plus 1300. Go them. So they're the second favorite NFC team.
What's the Bengals at?
The Bengals 20, nope. The Bengals are also plus 1300. They are 4th. They're just behind the Ravens. So it goes Niners, Chiefs. If we'll do the top 10, it goes Niners, Chiefs, Ravens, Bengals, Lions, Bills, Eagles, Cowboys, Texans, Packers, Jets, Dolphins. Jets, Dolphins. What the fuck? I just said that like real chill. The Jets, dude? I don't know. You got to take into account the Jets are the Jets, guys.
What is the Giants?
The Giants are
probably plus 50,000.
They are plus 10,000.
Wow.
You know what's fucking crazy? The Vikings are plus 8,000. I mean $10 to win 800, maybe. Might throw a tenner on there. They can't. I don't think they're gonna be that bad. Granted, they have to win the Super Bowl, but like, I wonder what the odds are. If they're that low to win the Super Bowl, I wonder what their odds are to make the postseason. Because I'd throw money on that. But the Giants are the 5th worst odds.
Yep, that sounds about right.
Shout out to the Carolina Panthers, plus 30,000. Then the Patriots.
I might just throw 10 yucks on that and see what happens.
Then there's the Patriots, Broncos, Commanders, Titans. If you want, you can just give me $10.
That's probably easier.
Right.
I don't know. You said some pretty mean things about me last week.
I mean, in my defense, you had earned them at the time.
I don't know.
So speaking of the NFL and big payouts, you have to now, James. You have that coming out at the time it did has to piss you off.
A little bit.
Justin Jefferson, bro. Record deal for a non-quarterback $110 million guaranteed, 4-year, $140 million. He received $89 million at signing.
89 up front?
Up front, bro. Put your pen to the paper. We're going to deposit 89 sheets in your fucking bank account.
I'm signing that in negative 2 seconds.
Yeah. Jefferson's
They're
$110 million in guaranteed money is $26 million more than the record A.J. Brown set earlier this offseason.
So what does that work out? How many per?
How many per?
Yeah.
Are you eliminating the guarantees, or are you adding it all up? So 140 divided by 4 is like
35.
35, yeah.
Oh.
He breaks 2 records. He has the most records for a non-quarterback in guaranteed money, and he has the highest AAV for a non-quarterback, which had belonged to 49ers edge rusher Nick Bosa, who signed a 5-year, $170 million banger last year.
Also, since we're talking about big contracts, shout out Christian McCaffrey for resetting the running back market again.
He honestly shouldn't even be a running back. Like, they should just call him who he. They just be like McCaffrey.
Yeah, I was gonna say you can't really. There's no running backs in his league.
Nobody plays like him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just got a 2-year extension worth $39 million, $38 million.
A 2-year, $38 million contract.
2-year extension, yeah, $38 million.
$14.3 million slapperoonie bonus for signing.
Yep.
Woo, boy, man! If I had just fucking actually tried, how different my life.
If San Fran doesn't win a Super Bowl in the next 5 years,
they're not gonna.
I know, but if they don't, you can consider that whole time frame a complete and total loss.
It has been proven time and time again that when the fucking all the chips are on the table, Shanahan gets outcoached because he only knows how to coach one way. And if the game's not going that way, he doesn't know how to make adjustments. And we all know my feelings about Brock Purdy. I do not think the Niners are winning a Super Bowl with Brock Purdy at the helm.
Yeah, I don't know. I think they could with all the talent around them. That's the thing.
Yeah, dude. Doesn't matter.
That's an all-star team.
I understand that it's an all-star team, but at the end of the day, dude. I mean, granted, they lost in overtime. But 23 for 38 for 255 yards, that's pretty pedestrian numbers for a quarterback. I think Christian McCaffrey had the game of the fucking night. Purdy is a devout Christian and openly talks about his faith. Whatever, dude.
Whatever it is.
It's dumb. He's just not he's just not good, dude. Like, I'm tired of saying it. I'm not, you know what? I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I'll save it. I'll save it for the fucking regular season cuz he's fucking not good. I'm taller than him. And like I've said before, I could fucking play in that offense. I'm capable of throwing the ball accurately 15 yards downfield. Easy. And since the majority of the passes are just pass it 3 yards out into the flat to Christian McCaffrey and he'll break it for 76 yards, fucking so be it, dude. I can run that offense.
Actually, a fair assessment.
I know it's a fucking fair assessment.
You are getting way too aggressive about Brock Purdy.
Because people think he's the fucking second coming of Tom Brady because he's Mr. Irrelevant. You do not fall to the last fucking pick of the draft by being good. You don't. No one. You don't miss that many fucking times, and people just do not want to admit that it is a system quarterback doing system. They're like, oh, what's a system quarterback? Blah blah. What's a fucking system quarterback? And a system quarterback is somebody who literally I sit there and watch, count in their head, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, Debo's at the hash. That's a fucking system quarterback because the second he gets off his Mississippis, he has no fucking clue what he's doing. He's like a fucking little kid in a Sandlot game who doesn't know who's on his fucking team because he doesn't know anybody because he's actually in the hood and he's the white kid who came down from fucking the nice side of town and he wanted to play. And they're like, oh, throw it me. And he's like, are you on my team? I don't fucking know. That's basically what happened. So fuck that. Fuck him.
No notes.
Thank you. He even went to a dumb high school, dude. Chandler High School. Sick.
Grew up in a gated community. What a pussy.
In Arizona? Nico?
What?
Don't fucking send me that shit in the middle of my rant. Fucking lay honk.
I figured I'd throw it back to our time working together.
Fuck. Anyways. Whatever. So, James, what do you realistically think that means for your quest to sign Jamar Chase?
Means we ain't getting fucking T back, I can tell you that.
No way.
No
I
chance
think
after that.
their best bet would be to do it now when we have the free cap space and make it front loaded so that we can afford to pay. But if they wait a year, they're going to end up. I don't know. It all depends on how high the cap space goes. If it goes up another 20 mil, that's fine. Like
20 million?
pay him whatever, no big deal.
How about that, dude?
But like the thing is you're not gonna pay 2 players 50% of your cap space. Goodbye. You're just not gonna do it. It's not a good practice. And if you look at the Vikings, they knew they were going to have to pay Jettas, so they let Kirk walk.
Yeah, the league, the salary cap's only going up $5 million next year. It's going from 255 to 260.
So, if you pay Chase anywhere close to what Jettas is getting, you're talking 100 of your 150 million locked up.
250 million.
Or 250 million, sorry.
Yeah, but that's almost half.
Yeah, and you can't do that and put a decent product out on the field.
Right.
You just can't. I mean, you can draft great all you want, but you just can't. And I know right now they have 25 million or with cap space sitting. So if they could give him, make it similar contract, 25 mil up front, then you're still talking 115 over 4 years, about 30 mil per. I mean,
fuck, is that real?
What?
You guys 5 years, $275 million with 146.5 guaranteed at signing.
For who?
That was your Burrow contract?
Yeah.
Wow, dude. Whoa. I can't talk shit. He's he's like the only good thing that they've had in Cincinnati for like 25 years.
Don't you dare forget about AJ Green.
I didn't, but AJ Green isn't capable of doing himself what Joe Burrow can do by himself.
Well, yeah, it's because he had Andy Dalton at the helm.
I guess I can't really say much. Jalen Hurts' contract's 5 years, 255, so it's only 20 million difference. 180 million guaranteed, dude. It's the guaranteed money that kills me with the NFL, and I get it because like their bodies are on the line, and you never know. You go out that first year and you fucking tear your ACL and you lose 4 years of your $255 million. But like, fuck, man, to get $180 million, just you don't even have to show up. I mean, you have to, but I get it. But like, you got it. You could play like dog shit, and you've got that $180 million. Boom, done, out the door. It's crazy. Is the NFL the only league that does guaranteed money, or does the NBA?
I think it's the NFL. I've never seen guarantees in NBA.
What? Interesting. The very first fucking article I see is, "What's your take on the lack of guaranteed money in the NFL?" I'm like, bitch, have you seen the NFL?
Everybody's searching for that guaranteed money.
Oh, this is before their CBA. This is 3 years ago. So every major sports league does have guaranteed money, because it says the headline is how every major sports league except the NFL got to guaranteed contracts. That's crazy. I mean, the NHL makes so little money that who cares? Actually, the NBA players are the ones that invented it. They've had guaranteed contracts.
Oh, really?
They have had guaranteed contracts since 1962. During the ABA merger. Big time contract. 3-year, $100,000 from the Cincinnati Royals. Woohoo, dude. Honestly, in 1962, though, that was probably fat stacks.
In what year?
1962.
Let's look up what it cost for things in 1962.
The first NHL contract with a guarantee was Bobby Orr. $70,000 guaranteed on a $200.
$100 in 1962 had the same purchasing power as 1,022 has today.
Okay, so that's
the average annual income was $6,000.
So that's 10 times. Well, we'll just roughly increase it 10 times based on the purchasing power. So that dude basically made a $10 million contract. Or no, a $1 million contract. $100,000 10 times. Which is still like, it's petty money nowadays. But I can't even fathom, like, and that's how little these fucking NHL players make. I don't even think Jimmy Vesey made $1 million this year.
I don't think he did either.
2-year, $1.6 million contract. Dude made $800,000.
So I figured out why Jacob Trouba was literal Swiss cheese.
Dude, I don't even fucking want to hear it. Oh, there's a chunk missing out of my ankle. Fuck you, Jacob. Know that you're shit and pull yourself out of the fucking game. I'm tired of the fucking excuses. You're trash. I don't want to fucking hear afterwards that I was fucking hurt. You weren't hurt for the fucking fucking month and a half leading up to it, and then you were all of a sudden hurt in the playoffs and you sucked ass. Fuck you, Jacob. You suck.
I would have rather had fucking Chad Ruedel out
I would have rather had Air Bud out there, bro. I'm being dead ass. He was so fucking bad. I mean, it was to the point where, like, I would literally look for the fucking number 8 on the ice every time a fucking goal was scored. It was so fucking frustrating, but I'm not here to talk about that. You know, while I'm riled up, James, I'm sorry.
Thank you.
I have to take back everything that I said last week because I was played. And I was...
Oh, yeah, you were played like a fiddle.
I was bamboozled, and I fucking built a mountain of hate to only be joshed and arrive at fucking James's house for him to hand me a full-size signed AJ Brown helmet. So, fuck me, you know?
Yeah, you have no idea how hard it was for me to not tell you last week.
Honestly, dude, what was funny is I was like sending people screenshots And Nate straight up said, he goes, "You might be a little harsh." And it was the one where I said, what was the one? It was the one where I said I was like indifferent to your happiness. I'm trying to find it.
Oh,
You pretty much told me you hope I never smile again. That's essentially what I gathered.
It wasn't. It wasn't that. I mean, it's how I felt.
I mean, it was that.
But it wasn't. It was much more articulate than that.
Time out. Be honest with me for a second. You really thought I won that knowing you're such an Eagles fan and just was like, nah, I'm going to trade it away?
Yes, I really did.
Are you fucking stupid?
Clearly.
I mean, you are kind of an asshole, so I
Right.
wouldn't put it past
I
you.
could totally see someone dangling fucking a player that you love, like Jamar Chase, in front of your fucking little Neanderthal brain, and having you be like, "Ooh, shiny, want," and then whatever.
I already have a Jamar Chase mini. I don't have room for a full size inside.
I don't know your lodging situation, James. I just know it's not out of the realm of possibility for you to do that.
The only thing that would have
Joey
even persuaded me a
Burrow?
little bit. No, I already got a Joey B helmet.
Not a full size.
Would have been, I don't need a full size. They're too big. I have nowhere to display them in here. The only thing that would have made me hesitate would have been like a Trocheck signed jersey. Then I would have been like,
Yeah, but I wouldn't have even been
But-
like, I want that.
here's the thing. In the past, I literally, anytime I get an Eagles card, Trav, you want it? Trav, you want it? Every time. And I got it, and I immediately, when you were like, how much? I was like, I was just going to give it to you, but I was like, I might fuck with him a little bit. And then I got Nico in on it.
Oh yeah, I was in on the whole thing.
Literally, the second I won it, I'm pretty sure I texted Nico or I called him, and I was like, should I fuck with Trav? And he's like, yeah. I was like, all right, so we're doing it.
Jesus.
Like, I wouldn't fucking do that. Honestly, when I take teams like that, chances are, if it's not my team, I'm like, oh, I might win this or somebody. It's who I am as a person, man.
I get you. But
So
I mean, I don't, because he's still a
I-
dickhead to me, but
I wasn't thinking clearly. And I
it's because
actively
Giants never fucking hit.
I actively attacked you. I went into the group and was like, "Give me everything." I mean, I even got so petty that I signed a fucking I fake signed a thing of baby food that looked like the color of the helmet you sent me.
Yeah, you did. It was. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was laughing the whole time.
I'm sure
I
you
was
were
like,
having
This second,
fucking giggle ha-has.
did you tell your wife I was a horrible person?
Yeah.
Yeah.
you told everyone you were a horrible person.
Right here, this is it. I said, I am indifferent to your emotions except misery. Anything you share that is joyous shall be met with such a stoic indifference you'll wonder if you yourself should even be happy at all. That is...
And what did I respond with?
I'm pretty stoked. Because that was the day you told me the helmet was there. And, I was like, nobody cares. You're like, so you're finally over it? And then I fucking pulled that.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you. When I was sitting there and I was like, how do I get Trav fired up more? And that's when I was like, you don't even like AJ Brown.
Oh, dude. And I don't know how
that
Nico
was
held it
edge.
together for that one. Because that was literally like, Nico, you were there. I don't think I've ever said that.
Oh.
Yeah, no, it was tough because I texted James, or he called me later last week, like after we got done recording.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, "Did you guys end up recording?" I go, "Yeah." You have no idea how much mental anguish I went through to not say anything.
He had to listen to me go on a fucking 10-minute tirade.
The
Oh, and I
original
told him
plan
all
was
about that.
we were just going to show up to your house Sunday and be like, "Here you go." And then I had it in the house, and I'm like, he might actually like burn my house down.
Jesus.
So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to tell him my laptop stopped working. And then you were like, send me a picture of the thing, and I'm like, and then you pulled up, and I was just like, you know what? Thank God, finally.
Giancarlo
Are you
Stanton
happy though? Are
just.
you happy with
I
it?
am thrilled. Yeah, absolutely. I'm actually building a floating shelf to put it on.
That's good. And did you tell everybody I'm not an asshole?
Yes, I immediately rescinded all of my anger. Giancarlo Stanton just hit a ball 435 feet.
Yeah, it was
An absolute
second deck.
moonshot. Yep, absolute moonshot.
Yep, 5-1 Yanks win. Staying hot. I'm not going to get my hopes up though because it's still New York sports.
Yeah, I was gonna say we haven't reached the midsummer slump yet.
Yeah,
Oh, Pete
and
Alonso one upped him though.
I'm still a little torn up about the Rangers.
Pete Alonso hit at 446. Imagine playing for
You
the
know what the
Mets.
Said
problem
this
is?
today.
Yeah, 30 minutes ago.
You know what the sad thing is though? Is I didn't wear the Trocheck jersey for game 4 and game 5. And I was like, we got to
And it's
lose
all your
these.
fault.
No, I wore it for game 6.
Yeah, but it
Well,
lost
you
its
didn't wear it
mojo.
for the two prior.
Right, it lost its mojo.
Yeah.
Hey, what's your guys' take on I don't know how to pronounce this fucking guy's name. The guy from the Padres, Marcano,
What about him?
shortstop Tacupita Marcano, permanently banned from MLB for betting on baseball, but
Oh,
he only bet on he bet on the Pirates, but it was only while it was 25 games, and all the games occurred while he was on long-term injured reserve, so he wasn't playing.
hmm.
He's still part of the team though.
So
I mean, it says explicitly in your contract you're not allowed to do it if you're still part of the team and you did it. I mean, you got to be held accountable. Now, if he was on like
Like,
a single A contract and he did it, I'd be like,
a
that's fucking dumb.
lifetime ban though. I feel like baseball's way. I get the Black Sox happened. I understand it. I understand baseball's history with betting. But fuck, man. A lifetime ban?
hey, Travis, sorry to cut you off, but Ellie De La Cruz one up Pete Alonso at 448.
Wow, dude, we're hitting moonshots tonight.
I mean, I get what you're saying.
Do you?
I do, and it seems aggressive, but it's on track with everything they've always done.
I understand that. I get it. But they're gonna have to make some sort of adjustment. We can literally make a bet from our fucking back pocket on accident now.
Yeah. I mean, it's I don't know. I mean, I understand, but again, if you know that precedent's there and you choose to do it, that's on you.
Okay, I'll allow that. But
You know what I'm saying?
I do think it's harsh.
No, don't get me wrong, it is harsh, but that precedent's been there. I mean, look at fucking Pete Rose.
Right.
So, I mean, you knew this could potentially happen, and if you got caught, it was going to happen. You can't
True.
get mad when it happens,
Not
you
to
know?
like completely derail your speech because I do agree with you. You're selling me on it. Do you want to hear the most Buffalo thing ever, referring to the Sabres?
Yes, I know this one.
There are 7 former Buffalo Sabres currently playing in the Stanley Cup Finals.
Correct.
And did you see that 2017 roster?
Yes.
Holy James, I'm going to read this roster to you, and I think you might even fucking know the vast majority of people on that fucking roster.
I
All right,
hold
I'm going to
on.
count them.
Hold on. Hold on. Let me see if I can remember. It's Evander Kane,
Yep.
Evan Rodriguez,
Yep.
Sam Reinhart,
Yep.
Dmitry Kulikov.
Yep.
I looked at it very briefly.
Well, the goaltender's a big one. Linus
Bob was a
Ullmark.
Sabre?
No.
Oh, Ullmark.
Linus Ullmark. He's not in the Stanley Cup, but he's like just the roster in general. So like
Oh, okay.
the roster, you got Evander Kane, Ryan O'Reilly.
No, I was just going off the guys that were playing.
Yeah, so this is their first line. Evander Kane, Ryan O'Reilly, Brian Giunta. Second line was Tyler Ennis, Jack Eichel, Sam Reinhart. Third line was William Carrier, Evan Rodriguez, Alex Nylander. Fourth line was Nicholas Delorier, Zemgus Girgensons, and Matt Molson. First pairing defenseman, Dmitry Kulikov, Rasmus Ristolainen. Second pair was Jake McCabe and Zach fucking Bogosian. And then the third pairing, I don't really know. And their starting goaltender was Linus Ullmark. That is an all-star team.
I knew 9 of those names.
Right.
Yeah.
And they were on the 2017 Sabres together.
Their second line is Tyler Ennis, Jack Eichel, and Sam Reinhart.
Is Tyler Ennis even still in the league?
I don't know, but at that time he was fucking really good.
So they're the Cleveland Browns of hockey.
Not to be confused with the Tyler Ennis from Syracuse.
Right. Tyler Ennis currently plays for the Ottawa Senators.
So they're just the Cleveland Browns of hockey.
Well, the Cleveland Browns at least made it to the postseason.
True.
R.I.P. the Buffalo Sabres, bro.
Louis Seal is a rookie this year?
What's that?
Louis Seal is a rookie?
Yes.
Yeah.
This is officially his full first MLB
Yeah,
season.
this is his rookie of the year.
He's the second MLB rookie to win all 7 starts since 1901.
Yeah, dude. It's just crazy stats that are coming out of fucking the Bronx right now. And realistically, it sounded kind of goofy when I heard it because I was watching the game before you guys got on. Well, I was going 2 for 27 in the show, and they said that they believed that the current competition for AL MVP was between the number 2 and the number 3 hitter in the Yankee lineup, and I was like, haha, no, they're serious. That's legitimately probably the debate right now at this point in the season.
You know
I
what?
don't see why it wouldn't be.
I'm going to say it now.
Juan Soto MVP?
Yeah. Juan Soto be my dad. I love Juan Soto. Juan Soto could literally...
than you.
Juan Soto could hit me with his car and I would look at him and go, my bad, dude. I'm sorry for walking in my living room. The thing is I feel like I owe Brian Cashman an apology.
Do you?
Because all offseason,
James, I don't think you owe Brian Cashman an apology because Brian Cashman has been a dogshit GM for the better part of a fucking decade. He got it right 1 out of 15 times.
The better part of a decade. He's been, what, GM since 98?
Right, but I mean, in the early 2000s, he was fine.
Early 2000s were fine, but after 2010, like...
That's what I mean. So that's for the last 15 years.
Yeah, a decade and a half.
Yeah, that's why I said he got it right 1 out of 15 times. Yeah, since it's.
But I feel like that could also be tightening up of the checkbook.
You're gonna go on this podcast, and you're gonna blame Hal Steinbrenner for the Yankees' problems.
Yeah, he's got to open that checkbook up like his dad did. Actually, you know what? Fuck you, Brian Cashman. You sat there. Derek Jeter said, "Who would you rather have?" And you said Troy Tulowitzki. Bitch, he was a bum when he came to New York. So shut the fuck up. Never mind. I apologize. Go sleep with the homeless.
Would you rather have Troy Tulowitzki or Derek Jeter?
Yeah. When Jeets was going in for his last contract, or who was his last one? The one that got messy. He sat down with Cashman, looked at Cashman, said, "Who would you rather have?" And Cashman looked him square in the eyes and said, "Troy Tulowitzki."
Right. I mean, I get it. Tulowitzki's wasn't on like the twilight of his career at the time.
Yeah. Yeah, and then he finally came to New York, broke his ankle, and never touched the field.
That's the New York way, baby. What do you mean? That's why I'm so shocked we got Juan Soto before his 11th season.
Yeah.
If they don't throw the checkbook at him, they're fucking stupid.
You
Sign him
walk
for
up to him.
$450.
Yeah, just whatever he wants. Just don't sign him more than Judge.
You hand him the checkbook, and you say, "When you're done writing on this, bring it up top."
You say
Sign it.
You say it just can't go over the captain's contract. Anything below that.
Pay him $2 less than the captain and call it a day. Honestly, the way he's been playing this year, I mean, it's still early, but the way he's been playing this year, let him make more than the captain. I don't give a shit.
Buddy. Now you're acting reckless. You're the reason why Kirk Cousins gets paid the way he gets paid.
I am not paying Percocet Cousins that kind of money.
And I am the number one Kirk Cousins advocate, but that dude plays on contract years like you wouldn't believe. I bet you I bet you if I went back through his career statistics, you can probably just the eye test, you can tell what years were contract years for him. And the dude always gets the fucking bag.
Not even. Last year he tore his Achilles in week 5.
But he was on pace to be an MVP.
Fair.
Like, name a quarterback that was having a better season than Kirk Cousins through week 6.
Brock Purdy.
You motherfucker.
Incorrect.
Oh. That felt good.
Yeah.
That felt good. I had to fight saying it. I was like, don't say it, don't say it, don't say it. I'm going to say it.
Did you find out information about your job yet?
I interviewed today.
How did that go?
You remember 9/11?
Oh, no, really?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Are you fucking with me?
No.
All right. I don't even want to say the words I want to say because you already referenced 9/11. How do you tank an interview that bad?
I don't know. Just didn't do good, and jumping out of a window seemed like a good time at that point.
I don't believe you. You have like crippling anxiety, so I'm sure it didn't go that bad.
No, I'm just so used to hearing I'm a piece of shit that I just assume everything I do is horrible.
Right. All right. Cool. So you
I
got
find
it.
out early next week.
So
Yeah. So you got it. That's good. So we're gonna go to Ohio. Nice.
Yeah, hopefully.
Definitely.
Get some Skyline chili.
I am willing it into existence. I feel like you know how like life ebbs and flows. You go through pain before you get prosper. I feel like this New York.
Wait, y'all got Prosper? Y'all are getting Prosper out there?
Well, how are you not? You're married. You have a house. You have a dog. You have a cat. Like, what are you not prospering with?
I mean, Nico's still my top 5 friends, so
That's life decisions, buddy. That's not.
I gotta work at those.
And also, I'm pretty sure he feels the same about you.
yeah, literally.
I'm not in his top 5 though.
That's because he has
I'm like
700
maybe
fucking
7.
friends.
Yeah, and he likes to go golfing with him during podcast time.
Right.
So,
Dude,
Yeah,
honestly,
I still made it home in time.
Nico is one of those people that makes me wish MySpace was still a thing because the drama around his top 8 would be fucking television.
it would.
I'd pay good money
Care to elaborate on that?
because I feel like your top 8 would be fluid. At least your bottom like 3, you know. And so, I don't know. You grew up with MySpace, right, Nico? Like, you like knew enough about it.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I would really enjoy because I feel like you would leverage it. I feel like you'd be a piece of shit, and like for instance, James might make it into your top 8, and then you're like, he does something fucking stupid, and you're like, go peep the space, or you don't even say go peep the space. You just post the link. And then I'm on there. I'm like, oh my god, he moved. He booted him. James is
I
out.
mean, James would fall out of my top 10 in the first hour just because he's a piece of shit.
Right. But there would also be significant drama.
Seems unfair.
Like my top 10 has
How is that
been
unfair? You're a dickhead.
my top 8 has been static since 2007. So like I guess the biggest drama around me would be that my wife wouldn't be in my top 8. You know, like
I think the biggest drama around me would be that I'd have to make a.
I don't think that
Hold on.
James and I would even make it.
into my top 8?
Yeah,
Honestly, you guys are like 9, 10.
I figured.
Okay, my wife's sleeping. I can say this. I think the biggest drama around mine would be the fact that I would make a MySpace for my dog just to put her at number one. And I just realized my wife's gonna listen to this.
Yes, she is.
He always does.
And like I hope if my wife hears what I said about her not being in my top 8, she understands that like it's implied because we're married. I don't need to put her on the top 8, you know?
Strictly out of fear, my wife is gonna be number 2.
Behind Freya?
Yeah.
I mean, everybody knows who my number 1 is. So I don't have to play games.
Yeah.
Like I know who
Brittany.
my top 8 are, it's just ranking them that would be hard. Because every time I want to move Errol up the rankings, he says some stupid fucking dad joke and then he moves down.
Yeah, you hate dad jokes.
I really do. I hate lowbrow.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Lowbrow, but I hate like low hanging fruit humor. It's annoying.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I would make sure Mr. Jibo has
Spots
On
6
MySpace?
through 8.
it. Just put him in my top 8 just for the pure confusion.
Just to make him your background.
Yeah. Oh.
Ask him what his favorite song is. Make that the song on your profile. Man, I tell you what, if there are any Gen Z people who listen to this podcast, they have no idea what we've been talking about for the last 10 minutes. They're like, top
No.
8 music? What the fuck? I remember, do you guys remember when Facebook implemented that thing where you could like pick your favorite song? Like it was like
Yeah.
only for a little bit. Dude, I laughed so hard because people were like, "Oh my god, look at it." I was like, we were all basically CSS coders, dude. We basically learned web development via MySpace. Because in order to edit your page, you had to fucking know some HTML and some CSS.
And you go to some sketchy ass website to find the sickest background that said like
Dude,
Fox Racing,
did I
even though
ever-
you've never driven a dirt bike a day in your
did
life.
I ever tell you guys that my mom like basically made me go to church over my Halloween themed MySpace?
What?
I found this absolutely sick Michael Myers like wallpaper that I use as the background of my page, and then I did some CSS work to make it look like the pictures and stuff, and like the top 8 and everything. Like was like basically all the accents were like dripping in blood, and then I put the Michael Myers theme song as the background music, and she like saw my Facebook and she's like this, or my MySpace, and she's like this is atrocious. Why would you do that? I was like,
I could just imagine her the day before that conversation. She's laying in bed going, "This motherfucker needs Jesus so bad. Why can't she be more like Cody?"
right, as Cody fucking sneaks in a fucking 18 pack of Nat Light in a dime bag.
I ain't no pussy.
I ain't going to no motherfucking whatever school. Iconic.
No, all I could think of is that night. I ain't no pussy.
Oh, it's
And the
Sean?
next morning. Yeah, wake up the next morning. Why does my mouth taste like ash?
Remember,
About 3 reasons for you.
remember when I absolutely lost my mind on you for pissing off my front porch when I live across the street from a cop?
Yeah. Shout out, Mr.
That's
Patterson.
it.
That was the fucking.
It wasn't just me.
No, it wasn't. But I remember you. I don't know if you viewed yourself with some sort of like. What's a good word? Immortality or whatever. Like you and Sean were so shocked when you came back in the house after you did that, and like I forget who told me. I think it was Ashley who told me. And I was like, "Did you just fucking piss off my front porch?" I just lost my mind. You both just like stared at me so blankly. You were like, "What?
I'm not gonna lie to you, Trev.
What?"
That was after countless games of fucking Schwasty ball
Yeah, that's true.
to the point where I don't
Wait,
remember.
what?
Schwasty ball. You ever played?
Trev and I are still undefeated.
We are. I don't think we could remain, but
No,
No,
what are
I
you,
would get halfway through the beer and fall asleep.
what are you saying no to, Nico?
I am unfamiliar with this.
So Schwasty ball, it's a much more athletic pong game. So basically, you take pounders, flip them upside down, put them at the corners of the table, and you take your pong ball and you have to shoot it off of somebody else's can, and obviously it bounces wherever. In the time that it hits the can, you have to drink your beer until they grab the ball and put it on the table and call time. And so you're chugging back and forth. And mind you, we used to play where 3 out of 4 of us were ex-catchers, so we're like fucking like blocking balls with our chest and shit, and like it used to get pretty intense. The one time that James drank to the point where he almost threw up was a freak accident where he bounced it off a can and it went up into the ceiling fan. The ceiling fan launched the ball. We couldn't even find it. But the reason why we called it Schwasty ball is because obviously like chugging beer, whatever, like we all did it. But if you got your beer knocked over, which was a risk later in the game, if at any point in time basically the beer spilled more than what was to be considered a sip, you had to finish that beer and open a new one.
Okay. So I've seen this
That
play.
night-
I just didn't know what it was called.
Yeah.
That night, you, me, Bolter, and Shep
Yeah.
played. Like we were like the table was going quick. Like Trav and I were making quick work of people. Like it wasn't even close.
Yeah.
And then
That game was game 7
happened, and we played for literally like 45 minutes.
because we kept like
It was
timing it where
wild.
when somebody had like an eighth of their fucking can left, we would just rear back and chuck it as hard as we fucking could, knock the fucking can off the table, and then fucking
and like not to
So-
mention we're all catchers, so a lot of times it hits the can and bounces square up into the chest. So you're not even getting a sip in.
right.
It was
So,
nuts.
Travis,
Yes.
along this same realm, does James know the story of? I think it was the same night. It might be something different, but does James know the story of Beerio Kart?
Like Shane's birthday.
Yes.
I don't know if he does. Like that's the story. Which story do you want to tell? The one of me going home?
Yes.
Okay, James. So, do you know Shane Lear?
Yeah.
So it was his birthday. It was back when the flashback used to be a thing, and we did Beerio Kart / drunk driving. I mean, do you know the rules of that game?
Isn't it like whoever finishes or whoever?
Okay.
like,
So
each
let me
lap-
give you a quick rundown. Let me give you a quick rundown because you're gonna piss me off if you. Um. So the whole idea of Beerio Kart is to have a beer and finish a game of Mario Kart.
All right.
You cannot drink and drive. So either you have to start the race and pull over in order to drink your beer, or you just slam the entire beer right from the jump and then try and race.
Step 1, yes. That's plan A.
Yes, that is step 1. So you cannot finish the race without having finished your beer.
Gotcha.
So, anyways,
Now
So
that you know the
hammer the
rules,
beer
we
and let it
played this-
rip.
now that you know the rules, we played this for 3 hours.
yeah, and we like never got booted off the fucking table. Like we were just constantly.
Yeah, no. Between Travis and I, we were goated.
And that was back when I was with the ex. I'll just say that. And
Yeah, that one.
we didn't live too far away, and I went to walk home.
Which? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I went to walk home, and my mom always has like pain issues, So my dad was out and about, like getting her probably, if I had to guess, some like painkillers or something. I can't remember what he told me, but needless to say, when we were walking across the street at the park circle, he like saw us and he was like, instead of like fucking getting out and helping me, he just like stalked us all the way home. Watched me fall into a bush. Watched me basically piss my fucking pants. Just
Did he not play the Eye of the Tiger?
yeah, just trying to get you home. You know, and then we went over there the next day for a lunch of some kind, and he was like, "Did you have a fun night last night?" And I never even put two and two together until he said that.
Oh.
Also, I want to do a brief shout out for any of our listeners. If you like sport and want to watch something that I didn't realize was entertaining until I was on hour 2 of watching it and realized I hadn't even fucking blinked, basically. The ICC Men's T20 World Cup of Cricket is currently in the United States, taking place in Long Island at a stadium that they built in 2 weeks, I'd like to point out. And now that I know the rules, it is incredibly entertaining. And the U.S. beat Canada and basically in the bottom of the 9th. So I don't know how well you guys know the rules, but
I do not understand cricket even in the slightest.
I understand it. I mean, obviously not the nuances now, but I get the gist of it. And all I know is that if you hit it out of the stadium, it's called a 6, and you get 6 runs for it. And you only get so many pitches. So like, if I'm not mistaken, it's 100 pitches. They go through, it's 60 pitches. They go through 10 bowlers, and each bowler gets 6 throws. The big thing is that if you catch the ball or if you hit one of those wickets, it's called a wicket, and that batter can't bat anymore. But that's getting into nuances. The point is that you only get so many balls. Doesn't matter. Like, no matter what, you only get so many balls to score as many runs as you can. And the U.S. was losing, and like mathematically, it was getting harder and harder and harder for them to catch up. And this fucking baller named Aaron Jones came up and hit 8, in essence, home runs, 8 sixes, and absolutely just tore the roof off the place. So it's been very entertaining. It's also on a station called Willow, which is Indian American television. So you get really cool commercials for like curry and rice. Big fan of the overall experience.
Oh, good.
Big fan of the overall experience. Like I have it in the background right now, and Netherlands just got what's called a wicket. The dude caught this like screamer of a line drive, and they're all like losing their fucking minds. So it's something that you can watch. Pop an edible and watch it. That could be an experience. Whatever you want to do. But either way, it's something, and the U.S. is hosting it, and it's the first time that the U.S. has competed in the Cricket World Cup. So if you want to root for the hometown, feel free to check it out. It's free on DirecTV and YouTube. And that's my 2 cents. Nico, what did we learn today?
I don't know. To be honest, I tuned out a lot of whenever James was talking. So
Jesus.
There's that.
Okay,
Yeah.
James, what did you learn today?
So, I learned. Hold on, I actually have something. Didn't learn it here, but I learned that Grayson Murray, rest in peace, the PGA Tour golfer who passed away last week,
Mm-hmm.
he will keep his official world ranking in golf until after the Travelers Championship on June 23rd. He was number 61 in the world this week.
Wow. That's very fun.
So,
All right. I learned all the things I said about the New York Yankees, mainly that they have the lowest 16-game ERA since 1920, and that they are the first team in MLB history to go as long as they have with starters making it 5 innings. Yeah, that concludes this week's episode of Short, Fat, and Balding. We enjoyed having you.
Where's the bitch?
Nico's a bitch.